Hi, welcome back with another video. In this video, I'm going to show you a split function in DAX. So as you know, split function can be achieved easily in DAX or in Power Query itself. But I have a scenario. One of my client is using a table which is a huge table. So they are trying to use direct query mode for that table. So when we have a direct query mode, it is very difficult to achieve that split functionality in Power Query as well as in DAX. So let me show you how to achieve that split functionality when we have a import mode. Then you will have a better idea like how it is not working when we have a direct query based reports. So the scenario is I have a table with this kind of a column. So this column contains name, email ID, phone number, and then department. All are splitted by pipe symbol. So maybe in your case it may be a colon or semicolon. So there could be a different scenarios with this kind of same column format. Right? So I need to achieve, like I need to split these columns into separated. So I need to get it 4 different columns as we have 4 different values on a single column. So let me show you how this is possible with import mode first, then I'll come back to the direct query based reports. So here this is my same table actually with import mode. I'll show you how we can easily achieve with the help of Power Query when we have a import mode. So I'm going to transform data. So in Power Query layer we can easily achieve that split functionality. So we just need to choose split by function. So right click on your column and you can see split column by delimiter. So as we have a delimiter as pipe symbol, we need to say that delimiter. So here I'm going to say delimiter as pipe symbol and each occurrence of the delimiter, because we may have multiple values with that pipe symbol as a delimiter. So I'm going to choose this each occurrence of the delimiter. Click OK. So that's it. This Power Query will split all of the columns into a separated, all of the values from the single column into a separated columns. So this can be easily achieved in the Power Query layer when we have an import mode. Let me show you the same functionality in a direct query based reports. So here if you see this is my direct query based reports. I'm going to say transform data, which is nothing but query editor in older version, and I'm going to try to do the same thing. Right click, split column by delimiter. I'm going to pass the type symbol as my delimiter, and the same here you can see each occurrence of the delimiter. So when I say this, it is going to split as we expected, but you can see this result in a query that is not supported in direct query mode. The reason is I am using SQL Server as a source of this table with direct query mode. So it is trying to, since it is a direct query mode, all the scripts, all the transformations that we do in the Power BI layer will be sent back to the database layer, and it is going to perform all the transformations. So which means we cannot expect all the transformations to be applied or working in a direct query reports. The split functionality is not part of SQL functions, so that's the reason this SQL is not allowing us to use this particular transformation. So that's the reason we are getting this error message. So which means we cannot use this particular split by column function when we have a direct query reports. So then how to achieve this? So we cannot achieve this in a Power Query layer. So we need to go with a DAX layer. So this is one of the drawback when we have a direct query based reports. So let me show you the DAX method in the again on the direct query, import mode first. Then I will come back to the direct query. So on this, okay, so this is data that we have in the import mode. Actually same column. So what I'm going to do is I need to create 4 different columns, as I have 4 different values on a single column. So in Power Query one function will split all the columns into all the values into a separated columns, whereas in DAX, so these are column specific. Each DAX column is like a specific column, so we need to create 4 columns to split all the 4 values, right? So if you have 3 values with delimiter separated, then you need to create 3 columns. So I'm going to modeling, and then I'm going to choose column. So this can be easily achieved in DAX with the help of path functions, because the separator is pipe symbol separator, so path functions are separated with pipe symbol, so we can easily use path function. Let's see. Path item, so I'm going to use path item, and then follow the input is path. So here the path results are will be separated by pipe symbol, but in our case we have a data with pipe symbol separator, so we can use this column as a path. So this is employee details table and employee details column, and position. So which position we want? Let's start with the first position, like name. So I'm going to say name as a first position and close bracket. So type is not required, it's optional parameter. So the column is created. Let me add that column into this table. So here you can see we got the first column, which is name. So if I want to get the second column, I can say 2. So I'm just changing here itself. So we'll be getting the email ID as a value of this particular DAX column. So here you can see we got email ID as a column. Right, so we'll try to pass the same function on the direct query based reports. So I'm coming to direct query based reports. Let me not close this close. I'm not going to apply. So let me come back to direct query reports. So here this is my direct query based reports. So I'm going to modeling and a new column. Created a new column, so let me choose a column, and I'm going to pass the same function like what we used on the import mode report. Let me say this column. So this particular DAX function will give us the email ID as the email ID as the value. Right. So here you can see it is showing an error message, path item is not a function. Again, since we are using a direct query, so we cannot use all the DAX functions within direct query based reports, so we have a limitation. So we have only limited set of DAX functions can be used on the direct query based reports. So again we have another issue, so which means we cannot use this path item function in direct query reports to achieve the results. Then how can we achieve the expected results? Let me show you that. So our requirement is we need to create 4 different columns. Each column should reflect the value. Like the first column should be name, second column email ID, phone number, then column with department. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new column, but I'm not going to use path item. So instead of using path item, I'm going to use the basic functions which are supported in direct query reports. So let me say this as name. So I have name already, so let me rename it as name1. Here let me start with the inner function, so I'll just go with substitute. So let me start with the inner function, and I'll come back to the overall function. So first we need to identify the overall length of the this particular column. So whether we can create a new column with the length function, or we can define the variable here. So let me say string length. So this is my variable name, and length of the employee details. got the length, and we are going to utilize that length on the return statement. Right, so now I'll start with substitute, and I'll show you how we are getting the results. So I'll start with substitute. Substitute will substitute the delimiter. So I'm going to substitute the delimiter with something else. So what is the parameter which we need to pass? First is the column name, which is employee details, and then followed with old text. So in our case, old text is pipe symbol, so within double quote see pipe symbol, and then new text. So new text, we cannot pass new text directly. So if we pass directly, then we cannot achieve the results. So what I'm going to use, I'm going to use repeat function. So this repeat function is also supported in direct query import. So repeat function is going to repeat what we are going to say, like what is the text we want to repeat. So I'm going to say space. So double quotes, space, double quotes, comma, how many times we want to repeat. So here I'm going to use the created variable called string length, and close bracket, close bracket. So that's it. Let me show you the results step by step, and you can easily understand. So I just created this function name, column called name1. Let me drag and drop into the table, and then you can have a better idea. So now you can see we got the results. So this particular pipe symbol has been replaced with a space symbol. So here you can see we have overall string length, number of spaces are added between each value. So you can see on a mouse over, you can see all the values are separated between a lot of spaces, which is nothing but the overall length of this particular value. So next, what we are going to do is we are going to use the another function. Let me format it. So I'm going to use lift function. So for the lift function, we need to pass text as a result, input parameter. So here I'm going to use this substitute result as a text, followed with I'm going to say number of character. So here number of character, I'm going to say string length. Open bracket, close bracket, enter. So let's see the results. So here we are going to get the first name followed with multiple spaces. Here you can see we have a correct name, but still we have extra spaces at the right hand side. So what we are going to do is we are going to use trim function, so which will trim the spaces. Trim followed with text, format it. Close bracket. So now you can see. So now we got the proper result. So it is going to give us the proper result. Here you can see. So this is our name function. So it does not have any space. So we achieved the first column. So we can easily achieve the last column also, because these two are like, we can use left. Here we can use right on function. Let us try to get the second value, which is email ID. So I'll create a new column. So we cannot use the same and we cannot replace the value. So we have to use right function also. Email ID 1. So here same. I'm going to use where. So we can define, as I said, we can define a new column, and we can use create a variable. Here again, let me start with the inner function. Substitute. What is the text? Employee details. we are going to use repeat function. Repeat function followed with text, which is space, and then string length. So we know what is the result is going to be. So let me add for you to the table. This result, and we are going to use write function this time. So we are going to get the data from right hand side, and then followed with so we are going to multiply this with number of characters. So here we need to see the character, right? So I'm using substitute value as a text, which is input to the right, and the number of character, which is nothing but string length into 3. So consider we have 4 columns. When we try to get the second column, we need to multiply the string length with n-1. So n is total number of values on this column. So here 4 values. So n-1 is 3. So we need to say 3. So in case if you have 5 values on a column, if you want to get the second column, you need to say again n-1, which is into 4, right? So use the formula and close bracket. Now enter. So now we will be getting values from right hand side. Here you can see. So left side we got the results. So when we have this result, we can easily achieve with the help of left function, which I am going to do now. Left of comma, I'm going to say string length. So we can easily format it. So now we can see we got the results. Again, we may have extract spaces at the end, so we'll use the rem function. And we'll be getting the proper email ID without extra spaces. So this is how we can easily achieve the second column. Third column is almost same, like instead of email ID we can get the phone number. Here it is going to be n-2. So let me just changing. So I'm not going to create a new column. Let me quickly change it. So here you can see we got the phone number as a result. So the final one is going to be simple, like we need to first one and final one will be same. Like, instead of using left function, we can usually use right function to get the results. So let me show you the result. So here you can see I'm not using left function, so substitute right function and then trim. So this is going to give us the department. Here you can see we got the department. So this is how actually we need to achieve the split function by split by delimiter in direct query based reports. So there could be other ways also. So if you come across a different method, please share your comments on the comment section, so that if anyone is watching this video can easily get your approach also. Thank you. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.